forward, 6'11", number 10, Ben Simmons. Forward, 6'10", 7, Kevin.
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Seth Curry has solidified his place in the league. He says, I've just embraced my role no matter where I've been. Growing up with a pops who played 16 years in the NBA and who was never a starter, I looked up to him just as much, if not more, than the All-Stars. I wanted to have a long career just like him. Kevin?
On his way, for sure. David, thanks. And now Washington's starting group. Avdia in at the small forward with Kuzma at power forward. Monte Morris is out there with Will Barton. And it's Porzingis in at the center, filling out the middle. And looking at the Nets, Simmons and Durant are in at forward. Harris is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And a similar style used by both sides of this matchup, Richard. Teams that prefer to operate in half-court sets rather than in transition.
Yeah, and look, that puts a premium on defense. Both teams can run a ton of different sets, and that means you've got to be prepared and disciplined on the defensive end.
Good points. Now, here's Kuzma. Here's Avdia, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And no issues getting up for Simmons. An emphatic 2 points from the Australian.
And here is Morris. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Porzingis with the steal. Avdia with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Avdia dishes to Morris. Kuzma, right side. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far a perfect 3 of 3 to start the game. Well, I play for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
Now, here is Morris. 9 points last game. Simmons against Barton. Simmons' shot is good. And well over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
Here's Claxton. Curry kicks to Simmons. At number 3, he's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Morris with the screen for Kuzma. Inside, it's stolen by Curry. Durant inside, guarded by Kuzma. Pass to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Simmons inside. That one misses. His first miss of the game after making his first 3. Avdia kicks to Morris. Pass to Barton. To the left wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. The shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively.
Oh, absolutely aggressive move by Durant, taking it right to the hook with authority.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis. Hachimura comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Kispert's checked in for Avdia. And it's Wright in for Morris. Now here's Wright. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Gafford passes to Barton. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Right against Simmons. Inside, he gets the jumper to fall. Simmons got 8 points. 1:07 left in the first quarter. Barton outside. Hachimura with a screen on Harris. The kick out to Wright. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Wright.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Great. Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, Jordy. Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. 2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Timeout.
Timeout. Start it.
Who wants a t-shirt right about now? That's right, guys. It's time to make some noise. Put your hands in the air. Let me see you.
Brooklyn trailing.
They are the Brooklyn Nets.
Now here's Curry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now Barton. Kisper with it. This one for 3.
Yeah, the hustle from Simmons on D, it becomes infectious. He brings his all on every possession.
At the end of 1,
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Nets Youth Dead Team.
and if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Washington. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Curry is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Simmons in at the 3 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And when you rank stretch bigs, you have to place Porzingis toward the top of that list. This guy is a pure shooter at 7'3".
And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
Avdia's checked in for Washington. Now here's Wright. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Durant, the pass to Harris. Back to Durant. In the corner, Simmons with it. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Hachimura. To the paint. Brooklyn with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's KD. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Tough hoop from Kevin Durant. KD makes those look way easier than they actually are.
Here's Wright. Good work defensively by KD.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
And it's all evened up. KD's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Wright. And here's Avdia. Here's the pass to Hachimura. Pocket 6. Curry against Wright. Shoots over Curry. The Wizards with another miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Simmons on the wing. Guarded by Wright. Simmons inside. Wright's there. No good from Simmons. Wizards have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And the Nets, Richard, are trying to build a legacy where they're recognized as one of the league's true glamour franchises.
And they've got the star power and they've got the market. You got an ownership that is willing to pay for it. They will do everything, but ultimately it's going to be the players and how they perform on the court that will dictate how this success is viewed.
The infrastructure is there. Now can they get... the players to fill the role.
And over the last couple of seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Kyle Kuzma's checked in. For Rui Hachimura, and Morris subbed in for Wright.
It's such a determined scorer. When challenging the defense, Kuzma won't take no for an answer.
Wizards making a switch here. Gafford's checked in. For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, he signs a big 3-year deal, traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Morris passes to Gafford. That one goes. Counted. Gafford's got the lead up to 5 now for Washington.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Simmons against Morris. Outside for Durant. Back to Simmons. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Simmons got 11.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Kuzma outside. Morris with the screen for Kuzma. And Durant comes to help. From past the arc. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense. Beautiful.
Out to Morris. Dishes it to Kispert. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 6. And it's Simmons penetrating. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's Gafford. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. Gilbarton checked in for the Wizards. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Morris against Simmons. Driving to the basket. And Simmons slams it in.
Coach has to be happy with Simmons' intensity tonight, fighting hard for his looks on offense.
Barton, wide open, he fires. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Curry on the wing. From the arc.
Great to see Kuzma working so hard defensively, showing how...
And so it's the Washington Wizards heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key.
Coach has to be loving the all-around production. Each guy...
And now we can turn our attention. That'll do it for our show.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And Simmons really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Kuzma will step in at the 4. Porzingis at center. Gilbarton is out there with Morris. And it's Avdia in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here is Morris. After the miss from KD. Curry against Kuzma. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Morris for 3. And it's KD with the rebound. KD's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Timeout called the Nets. And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at Cleveland. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And right now, Brooklyn, they believe they can be more competitive than they've shown. It's still very early in the season, so the optimism for a successful run is still there.
Wizards leading by 7. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Now, here's Avdia. He's guarded closely. No good with the layup. Out left to the wing. Sharp, the pass to Warren. And here's Sharp. Out to the right wing. Down low. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
The offensive rebound, Kuzma. And another miss by Washington.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
Sumner kicks to Mills. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaches. And speaking of coaching, is that something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. Stolen by Avdia. On the wing, Morris. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Kuzma. That 3 off the mark. And it's Mills with the ball for Brooklyn. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Morris. And he banks in the layup.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row.
in the paint.
Wizards leading by 6. Washington calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Hachimura comes in for Avdia. Kispert's checked in for Barton. And it's DeLon Wright in for Morris. It's deflected. Left side, Warren kicks to Mills. And the rejection by Gafford. And stolen by Wright. And now here comes Wright leading the break. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist from Kispert. Porzingis has got his second bucket tonight.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Mills with it, now guarded by Porzingis. Warren against Hachimura. Here's Wright, and Wright throws it down.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Porzingis with the steal. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Kispert kicks to Wright. There's the three. A rebound by the Nets.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Shot is good, and the Wizards lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Warren.
Showing some assertiveness inside. Warren knows you can't beat the defense if you play scared.
Good. Wright's got 4 points this quarter. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Warren, and it's Warren with the jam.
Thrown down by T.J. Warren. Gets to the rim with ease.
Here's Kispert. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. No problem knocking that one down. Porzingis has got the lead up to 10 now for Washington. Warren against Hachimura. Warren with a terrific move and the bucket. Warren's got 6.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
And so it's Washington holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Morris is out there with T.J. Warren. Then it's Sharp, and it's Mills, and it's Sumner in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And the edge Kuzma plays with is terrific. A tough, versatile player who plays with a real hunger to keep getting better.
Here's Simmons. Morris with the rebound. Washington leading now by 10. Barton outside. Passes it to Kuzma. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. 10 seconds.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Monte Morris.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win. And it's a win they needed coming off a loss in their last one. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Hey, guys, during the last break, I heard Steve Nash talking to his team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said, if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off.
All right, David, thanks.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Wizards. He doesn't get the second one. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Wizards. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Nets trail by 9. Simmons inside. Martin defending. No good from Simmons. Washington has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul, still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Avdia's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Gafford kicks to Avdia. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
That free throw good from Avdia. And so he makes both from the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Outside Durant. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Wizards. Morris with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Morris dishes to Barton. Morris inside. KD's on him. Morris passes to Gafford. And good that time. Gafford's got the lead up to 13 now for the Wizards.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
It's Barton on the wing, guarded by Harris, and stolen by Simmons. Nice move, and KD finishes inside. 11 points for KD.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
There is no let-up in this man. He is doing everything in his power to keep this game close.
Here's KD. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
So polished from the interior. Durant is terrific at utilizing his physical advantages down on the block.
Fourth quarter.
Barton kicks to Gafford. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
And Durant, here we go.
And you see those long strides of Durant eating up ground in a hurry.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Harris against Barton.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First one falls for him. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Hachimura. That misses, so he splits the free throws. We've seen some kids go directly from high school, RJ, to the G League. How do you think that's working out so far?
Green and Kuminga sure look good. And look, I think for a small select group of individuals, they should go and start working on their profession. No different than a musician, a tennis player. You should go and start focusing on your profession. But for other players, they need college development. I needed college for 3 years, and then that is what helped me become a better pro.
Curry passes to Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, that's cute. You think you can play tough, physical D, but that's Kevin Durant. Like, come on.
Morris finds Gafford. Gafford is screen on Harris. Back to Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Simmons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. One of the biggest changes in the NBA since I started broadcasting back in the early 80s, player movement, Richard. Guys switching teams all the time. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the NBA?
I think for players, it's great because you have more mobility. You have a chance to change your environment and revitalize you. For the fans, I understand. Probably not so much because really they connect to these players, especially when you draft them or they're a part of an epic year or a championship. You just hate to see those players go. So there's two sides to it.
And I bet as a player, knowing you as I do, you probably enjoy the challenge of trying to reassert yourself, find out where you could best help your new team.
Yes, and you enjoy your new role. I've been in roles where I was expected to be a leading scorer. I've also been in a role where I was expected to mentor Kawhi Leonard, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes. All those guys were drafted at my time in Golden State.
A nice shot by Katie.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Wizards.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And they took charge when it counted, and will be notching their 9th win overall.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And that one falls for Gafford. It's the Nets now. It's a 16-point game. Let's go. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Curry.
Capable of scoring from any area. Love when Durant takes charge and dominates like this.
Right outside. Kuzma with the screen for Kispert. Out to Kuzma. The Wizards with another miss. Here's Curry from deep three-point range. Off on that one. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.